And Alex, we're ready to start when you are.
Station is ready for the event.
Station, this is Houston. Are you ready for the event?
International Space Station is ready for the event.
And ESA, this is Mission Control Houston. Please call station for a voice check.
Station from Künzelsau Town Square. Alex, do you hear us?
Willkommen Künzelsau auf der internationalen Raumstation.
Künzelsau, welcome to the International Space Station. I welcome you.
Hallo Alex.
Hello, Alex.
Alex, Reinhold spricht.
Hallo.
Okay, this is Reinhold.
Leute, die am liebsten hier oben auf der Bühne stehen würden.
And I see a lot of people here who would like to stand on the stage here with me.
Auswählen.
I had to choose a few, and these few people will ask you some questions about your life on the space station. You know some of them already, but they'll look forward to talking to you again. And some of them are excited to talk about their fellow Künzelsauer. Jan. Okay, Alex, I'm so excited to see you again.
Ja, schön euch zu sehen.
It's nice to see you. I'm very happy.
Sehr nach Hause zu telefonieren.
I'm happy to call home, like E.T.
Ich muss zugeben, ich bin auch ein bisschen nervös.
I have to admit, I'm a little bit nervous. I was looking forward to it very much, to talk to my hometown.
Alex, du wärst noch viel nervöser, wenn du jetzt auf deinen Laptop gucken würdest.
You would be much more nervous if you looked at your laptop, because I just sent you a picture of the crowds of people who are here. Then you would have some idea of just how many people are here.
Ja, ich kann es hören.
I can hear it.
Vor allem, ich habe ja im Vorfeld schon gehört,
After all, before this event started, I was told that the main street was closed off, and it made me nervous that the bus stop was relocated, and I hope nobody was inconvenienced by that, because I don't think that's ever happened before.
Alex, ich habe noch eine Bitte an dich.
I have one thing to ask you.
Was du glaubst, was du machst, verbindet mit vielen Kindern, die hier sind.
What do you think connects you to all the children that are here, or is it only something for adults, or is there something that speaks to children? What do you do on the space station? I have to disagree with you. It's absolutely nothing for adults. It's much more for children. If you travel on this, then you really have to be a little bit of a child inside. And I think the children understand me quite well. We have a lot of experiments here, for science, of course. We have 160 different experiments, but we've also done some, especially for children, where we demonstrate physical effects in space versus on Earth. And I think young people are quite fascinated by this. And we're hoping to kindle some enthusiasm for, say, studying sciences, and it would help us in Germany, of course. And I'm quite sure it would be a lot of fun for the children as well. I have the target group here, the children. Tell them okay, Annabelle. How old are you? 8. So I guessed correctly. What is your question to Alex? What planets can you see from the ISS? Okay, astronomical question. Yes, Annabelle. Hello, how are you? You can see a lot of planets from it. It's an interesting question. Basically, if you we fly in the shadow of the Earth 16 times a day, and then during that time, when we're in the shadow of the Earth, we can see all kinds of planets. I can see Mars, Venus, sometimes. Not only that, but you can see the Milky Way and a clarity that I've never seen before. And you see it with your bare eyes. And sometimes you see a shooting star. And the amazing thing is, it's below us, and that's what's mind-boggling.
Aber wünschen darf man sich auch was.
But are you allowed to wish for something? Okay, Stefan Neumann, you're mayor of Künzelsau. Okay, I hope everybody comes back who's here tonight when we throw a huge party for Alex after he lands. I would be happy to accept that invitation, Herr Neumann.
Okay, aber wir haben hier Leute, die auf ihren Fragen die ganze Zeit gewartet haben.
But we have people here who've been waiting with their questions.
Frau Sonneck aus Obersontheim.
Frau Sonneck,
Frau Sonneck,
Ich möchte gern wissen,
I would like to know
in so einem begrenzten Raum
how you
All zu schweben.
how you can manage to be in such a confined space as you float through space.
Hallo, Frau Sonneck.
Hello, Frau Sonneck.
An sich ist das ja eine gute Frage.
It's really a good question, I have to admit. We are confined in here. Well, people think of it as like a can of sardines, but it's really quite spacious inside. And it has the same amount of room for 6 of us as the same as a Boeing 747. And we work in our separate modules, and we do our work, and it's really a nice experience when we see each other at mealtime. And when we look out the window, when you look out the windows, you see the continents floating away from it, and because it's so big and vast outside, I don't have the feeling of being confined, and I'm zipping around the Earth every 90 minutes, and that's you cannot feel restricted or confined with that kind of experience.
Ja, wir haben auch politische Prominenz, sage ich.
Okay, we have political prominence here who are very interested in space and who also have been very engaged in promoting it. Thank you.
Natürlich überlegt, als wir gemerkt haben, dass der Live-Call möglich sein wird, wie viel Uhr wird denn der stattfinden? Nicht, dass im Weltraum eine Zeit läuft wie in Brasilien.
Okay, I would like to know whether you're on the same time zone. What sort of schedule do you follow when you're in space? Because do you follow the sun, or you have a sunrise 18 times a day or so? How do you organize your day?
Ja, hallo Christian.
Hello, Christian.
Hier oben eigentlich ganz bequem, weil
It's quite convenient up here.
Ehemaligen Greenwich Mean Time. Yes.
We live according to UTC, or the former GMT, Greenwich Mean Time. We're 2 hours away from Germany, so it's 5:30 in the evening. And it's a good idea to keep to a 24-hour schedule, because people are creatures of habit. We rise at the same time, we go to bed at the same time. It's pretty much the same as on Earth. With 16 sunrises and sunsets, you can't keep to those schedules, because I think you lose your mind.
Das klingt logisch.
Yeah, that sounds logical. Next question from the stage. Yeah, I'm a physics teacher. I would like to know, what experiments do you think are particularly important and significant? Oh, that's a very good question as well, but it's very difficult to answer. We have 160 experiments here, as I said, from all areas of science. I talked to the European Oliver, and the boxes are stacking up here with experiments that we still have to do. It's the future. here. The way we research materials for cars, for airplanes, to save fuel. And we also do research on our own bodies. There are illnesses like osteoporosis, and we know that our skeleton changes up here in space. We have even developed medications for osteoporosis, new vaccinations, and we lay the foundation for that. I could talk all evening about all the experiments. We have quite a few relevant things on board here.
Wow, also der Bezug auch hier auf die Erde und auf Künzelshaus.
Okay, back to Künzelshaus on Earth here. Please introduce yourself. I'm Margit Blank. I'd like to know whether I want to know whether you, in the zero gravity, you have hit the hiccups or you sneeze. The question is, yes, you do everything the same as you do on Earth. You have the hiccups and you sneeze, just the same in zero gravity as on Earth.
Okay, weiter auf der Bühne mit Fragen.
Next question on the stage. I'm Rita. Alex. I look at your pictures every day. I'd like to know how often would you have time to try and capture Künzelsau from space? It took me quite some time, took me a while to do that, because it's, if you can zip by with 28,000 kilometers per hour. But once I saw it, I was able to find it again and again. Yes. I took it with 800 millimeters, and you have a few seconds, 10, 20 seconds, and then next thing you know, you're above Moscow. So you have to act really fast.
Auch ein Herr hat sich auf die Bühne getraut.
Okay, a gentleman's on the stage. Hello, Alexander. My question is, what was your most beautiful moment or experience during this mission? That's a very difficult question to answer. There have been so many. But I think the most basic for me is, after all this 5 years of preparation and training, and then climb into this rocket, and to see that it pressed me into the seat and actually started and took off with me. And once we were in space, I saw that blue shimmering color coming in through the sky right by my window. And I did see the Earth as a blue sickle beneath me, and that just blew me away. And that is an experiment, and an experience and a moment that I will never, ever forget.
Alex, jetzt frage ich die Annabelle noch mal was.
I'm going to ask Annabelle something.
Wenn du steigen würdest und für ein halbes Jahr ins All fliegen würdest, was würdest du denn mitnehmen, außer Schulbücher natürlich?
Okay, what would you take with you if you were going to space in a rocket for half a year? What would you take with you, except school books? Alex, I'll ask you. What did you take? Most of it is already here. The stuff I took with me were small little items to remind me of home. Something to remind me of Künzelsau, if you recognize this. Okay, and the flags and photos of from my family and friends. That was the most important for me to take. And as for the rest, if I just look out the window, that's all I need to be happy.
Keine Kuscheltiere?
No plush animals? Stuffed animals? Yeah, okay, that's it. Yeah, Reinhard is talking about the mouse. I almost forgot. Okay, it's resting in my sleep station right now. It has a long day's work behind it, and it has to rest.
Wir sind heute live vom SWR und wir haben
We're live from
heute Abend hier.
SVR.
Kann man den SWR oben hören? Und
Can you listen to the station upstairs and if up there? And if you can, what station? What programs? I can't get SVR. I get the daily news loaded up here, and that keeps me connected to the world. I have music, thank goodness. I don't have everything that the SVR would play, but I have my favorite music up here. And I'm looking forward to listening to the radio again once I'm back on Earth.
Ja, Alexander. Hier ist Patrick Nehlmeier von SWR 1 Baden-Württemberg.
I'm from SWR 1 Baden-Württemberg. And I watched you before, and I noticed you always have a good mood. You're beaming, you have a smile on your face, and I just want to know, do you ever have a bad day, a bad mood? I just can't imagine that about you. Okay, we have our Monday mornings here, and that's why we don't plan any interviews for Monday mornings.
Jetzt frage ich die Physiklehrerin nochmal.
I'm going to ask the physics teacher.
Aus dem Erfahrung von Alex aus dem Raumflug auch im Physikunterricht verwenden können. Und was soll mitbringen? Was soll
So
demonstrieren?
what should Alex bring back from, in terms of his experiments, for you to use in your classroom?
Ich habe seine ganze Bewerbungsphase verfolgt.
I followed all your training, and
Der Schüler steht hier vorne schon, der verbirgt schon den Kopf im Arm, weil sich schämt für seine Physiklehrerin, die jetzt auf der Bühne steht.
okay, and then my students are embarrassed because their physics teacher is standing on the stage.
Auch wenn das dort nicht immer im Lehrplan steht.
Okay, but I plan to use something from your experiments in my classroom, even if it's not actually in my lesson plan.
Wunderbar.
Wonderful.
Thomas, wir sehen das ESA-Zeichen mit Vergnügen hinten.
We like to see the ESA sign in the back there behind you.
Der Austausch mit ESA ist ja ganz wichtig, mit den
The
ESA-Leuten auch
exchange with ESA is,
Kontrollzentrum.
and the control center is very important.
Was wäre ein Experiment, was Alex nach Hause bringen soll, wo man sagt, das ist ein richtiger Erfolg der Mission?
Okay, what do you think Alex should bring home and be able to say that was a real success?
Nach wenigen Tagen schon wiedersehen.
I'm so happy that we see each other again just after a few days.
Es ist schwer, da die Auswahl zu treffen. Es sind über
It's hard to.
Experimente, die der Alex macht. Und
There are more than 30 experiments that Alex is doing,
Kreise der Wissenschaftler
and they're in all the lofty circles of
schwierig. Aber
science who determine the success of these. But he's going to bring back
vielleicht noch eine etwas
with a lot of knowledge.
mehr
But please allow me, Alex,
Du bist
to
zusammen
ask this question.
mit 3 russischen Kollegen, mit
You're with 3
amerikanischen Kollegen,
Russian colleagues and 2 American colleagues.
sicherlich jeden Tag
Yeah,
die aktuellen Neuigkeiten.
I'm sure you get the daily news every day.
So diese Schlagzeilen zu lesen.
How does it feel to read these headlines up there?
Oder
How do you
überhaupt drüber?
talk about this? Do you discuss this at all amongst yourselves?
Ja, Thomas, du kennst es ja.
Yeah, Thomas, you know how it is. You were in a similar situation yourself. Well, you do discuss it, but we are together as a crew, and we are removed from Earth, and we have a different perspective of our planet. It makes us see how small our planet is and how very vulnerable it is. The atmosphere is so thin, yes, and it almost feels as though you could blow it away with your breath. And if you see that, and that people are waging war, and we can sometimes actually see rockets fly. It's horrible to see that, and it doesn't matter where on Earth it is. It's a question of, we have the perspective up here to see the picture as a whole. And we have so many resources that we destroy with pollution and through conflicts. And that's a perspective that we will take back with us when we go back to Earth.
Alex, jeder Günzelsauer kann ein
Everyone in Günzelsau,
der erste Günzelsauer, der sich aufgeschwungen gezeigt hat.
one trick.
Und du hast, glaube ich,
We were children. There was one trick we played, and I think you did something special. I've tried to train since last night. I was never really a good gymnast. I have my one chance up here in weightlessness. It's probably not going to go well. But if you want to do it the first time before a camera, it could very well appear in the module. Okay. So this is a special kind of jump from Künzelsau in space. Okay, we're going to say ciao to International Space Station, to Alex. And he is it's a world premiere of the Giga Salto from Künzelsau. Yes, you did it. Many greetings back to Künzelsau. Thanks for all your lovely support. I've heard that a lot of people were in town hall. All the best to you. I'm thinking of you, and I'm with you in my thoughts. And I look forward to coming back before the end of the year. And I wish you a lovely party today, and I look forward to seeing you all at Christmas. Okay, this is a special angel performance, and their mayor will explain to you what it is. And I wish you all the best, and I think of you.
And this concludes the event. I hand back to Houston Voice.
Station, this is Houston ACR. Thank you. That concludes our event.
Thank you, Isa. Station, we're now resuming operational audio communication. Thanks a lot, Alex.